right, this afternoon we'll continue with the Gadsden City Titans and Coach Allie Smith. Coach Smith starting his third year, Gadsden City. Coach, would you introduce the three guys you brought with you today and then give us kind of a preseason outlook on the Titans?
All right, hey, thank you guys for having us. We're excited about being here. Thank you guys for putting this on for our county and the teams around. To my left, I have Mr. Aaron Richards and Kamari Smith, and to my right, C.J. Miller. We all three are seniors and captains on our team. We're excited that they've been in our school system for through 1 through 12, going into their senior year. So that means a lot to us moving forward. Excited about these guys in the building. They have 27 guys in their senior class that's been with them. A lot of them played a lot of youth football together, and we're excited about where we headed.
Coach Smith, first of all, how cool is it to be able to have that young man sitting to your left on your team, and what's that been like, just being around him and being able to coach him coming up through the ranks?
It's been an awesome experience. A lot of people don't get an opportunity to coach the youngins, and he's done a great job. I actually got a chance I was a lot of their first coaches coaching youth basketball with them. So that was one of the only reasons why I entertained trying to be the head coach the last time the job came open. And a lot of these guys that played a lot of youth football and stuff together. But he does a good job, and a lot of our coaches say I probably held him back more than he's held himself back.
All right, Coach, I know the guys are leaders on your football team. I think they're being recruited by several universities. Talk about some of the other leaders, the guys that are going to have to step up. You're replacing a quarterback, I think, this year. Talk about the guys that, younger guys that's stepping into those leadership positions this year for the Titans.
Well, we are fairly young group offensively and defensively. We have 5 starters returning on defense. We have 4 returning on offense. And on our quarterback, Luke Waldron is right now going into a fall camp as our starter. And we really feel good with Luke. He's a hard worker. We have some other young men behind him that pushes him and do a good job as well. But offensively, we have a couple of guys that we really feel good about in D.Ivy Byers and things like that. Khalil Hughley, guys that we really feel that could step up and really help us be a really good team with Mason Johnson over on the offensive side. Defensively, we have Rodney Johnson, Sam Horton. We have a number of guys that are real good leaders for our team and has done a great job doing winter workouts as well as our spring and summer workouts, and hopefully it carries over into the fall.
Coach, remember last year at this time you said, no matter how you played last year, there's no returning starters starting summer workouts in the fall. Is that the case this year too?
Oh, most definitely. I share with our team every day and our players and our coaches, in this league that we in, and it doesn't matter, 1A through 7A, but in high school ball, you can't be a recreational coach and you can't be a recreational player. So nobody's penciled in. Obviously, CJ has a lot of things going on. Aaron has a lot of things going on, and they both know they'll be the first ones I get, and everybody's going to be challenged. We don't play recreational ball, so we have to prepare like we playing professional or at that level.
All right, Coach. Let's talk a little bit about some of the younger guys you have on the roster. Specifically, your sophomore and junior class. Those guys seem to really get after it a little bit, and there's a lot of talent coming up in that class.
Yeah, we feel good where we at, even from our 8th grade group all the way up to our senior group. And we played some of them in the spring with us and moved some of them up. And so we're about building competition. And that's every day, from the staff room, meeting rooms, out onto the playing field or practice field. So we are excited about our future and where we're headed.
All right, and this question is from Mr. Richard over here. I think he knows where this is going. You just recently committed to Princeton, and that shows that you are an all-around student athlete. You're getting it done in the classroom and on the football field. Talk to us about that experience being recruited by all those Ivy League schools?
Well, I will say, I'll say this experience was incredibly humbling, but also a great opportunity because when I first started the recruiting journey, I wasn't even looking any way at the Ivy Leagues. It's just a blessing that came my way. So I think it's awesome being able to compete at Division I school, but also get like a really good education. So, yeah.
Coach, Reggie and I went out and watched you guys work out, and we've watched you work out several times. That weight room, you guys, has got something special with the turf in there, and I think you got like 22, maybe racks, something like that. Talk about that weight room, man, in general, what that's looked like since you got there and how it is now and how you guys approach that with a daily basis with like a lunch pail mentality.
Well, we're proud of what we have, and it's one of the best that we feel in the state. And we don't call it the weight room; we call it the work room. We tell everybody from coaches, players, spectators, nobody's sitting down in there when you come to work, watch workouts. If you're a visitor, whether it's college coaches or whoever it may be, if you come in, you're going to stand up and you're going to watch the workout. If you come to sit down, don't come in there. If you injured or hurt, you still dress out or you don't come in there. So, and that's the mentality we're talking about, competing every day when we go in there. And our kids understand that and our coaches understand that. Anybody that comes in there, it's the work room.
Why do I feel like we're all going to be working for Aaron one day? It's probably coming, right? That's what coming. Hey, this is to the players. You know, you talk about tough schedules, and I know you guys love to compete. So just talk about that. That 7A Region 3 is incredible. Talk about the mentality going into that. I know each game is a special challenge, but I know you had to be very proud playing some of the toughest teams in the state of Alabama.
Well, with that, I feel like rigor equals opportunity. So it's an opportunity to show our skills, show like we're top competitors. So I feel like it's a blessing that we're in this tough region because we can compete in this tough region. So, yeah.
Every Friday night, we got to be ready. We can't come slacking. We just got to be ready to play every Friday night because we're going to play the top dogs in the state.
We really just working every day, just getting prepared every day. And when it comes to that time, we're going to be ready to compete against them.
All right, Coach.
I would like to interchange. One thing that we tell our kids about that, and these kids, because we had kids that when that schedule come out, and we had kids and parents, they ran from that. And the kids that here, they didn't run for it. They embraced it. And our kids, our coaches, they want to be here. They know what it takes. Our coaches are over there working today. They understand that's what you want. If you want to be the best, you got to play against the best. And that's a challenge every Friday night, and our kids get up for it, and they excited about it. And we tell them to play the team, play the kids, don't play the name.
All right, Coach, I got one more question. I shouldn't be asking so many questions, and I'm coming to do your preseason preview soon, but let's talk about the middle school program. I had a chance to go by and kind of see some of the things that's going on with the locker room and everything that they have going on. Talk about how having those guys coming together and how that's going to benefit you once they get to the high school.
Well, one of the things that we wanted to work on now where we at, the numbers and different things are fluctuating. So we looked at our youth league programs and our middle school program and the numbers. When we first came, a lot of people don't realize that we don't still get kids from Gadsden High School or Emma Sanson High School or Litchfield High School. We getting kids from middle schools now. And so, it's not a consolidated high school anymore. We're 15, it's going into year 16. So we had to start looking, and we're not where we were at in 2006. So we wasn't really getting developed kids from all three because of the numbers. You can't find the help that you need to have three middle schools and the quality coaching where kids can be fundamentally trained when you get them. So we were feeling like we were really behind in some areas. So we really didn't want to consolidate it, but it was the best thing for the future. Where typically we have three centers, we have three quarterbacks, three running backs. So we bringing it over, but then we had got to the part where we was having kids at one of the middle schools playing out of positions obviously they would never play for us, but they was having to just so we could make a team. So for us, where we feel like we're better for what we need to go and do going down in the future for our program, for the Gadsden City program as a whole.
Coach, it's Gadsden City's inception. There's just always been so many talented running backs. CJ certainly is included in that. losing so many guys on the offense, just how important is he to this team this year?
Oh, I think he's very important, and he understands that. Unfortunately, back on May 27th, they were in a very tragic accident, and we fortunate that he's going to be here and he's ready to go, and so he understands that, and it'll take some pressure off of Luke starting out and different things like that. But along with him, DeIvy Byers again, Kamari, and different kids that we have on that side of the ball, that we really feel good about it. And but our running back stable, we want to build on that, and we proud for where we at right now with that. 2 years ago, we didn't have a running back.
Coach, one thing, I was talking to a colleague just a few days ago about Gadsden City, and we were talking about the schedule in Region 3 and 7A, but then I said, have you looked at their schedule for their non-region games? I mean, you have probably as challenging a schedule as any 7A school in the state of Alabama, even with your non-region games.
And that's not by design. It's not like that we didn't want those games. We had the option of not to play Oxford, and we picked them up. I played for a guy in high school that we never had, as he would call it, a cupcake schedule. And I tell our guys, we're going to work in the off season, we're going to compete, and we're going to play the best. If you want to be the best, you got to play the best. And I tell people all the time, we want to win football games, and we're going to win football games. And but we also win in the game of life as well. And we teaching our kids about competing, whether it's in the workforce or where Aaron, he's been with us, he's heard those messages. And so playing those talented guys that he can go and he understand about competing at the high level of a Princeton. He had other offers from other schools, but he wants those challenges. It's CJ, other kids that's on our team that's being challenged. So, we would look at winning in the game of life as well. And so we're not going to duck competition. We're not going to say, hey, let's find winnable games. No, let's find games where our kids got to compete.
Any other questions this morning? Coach, thanks to you and the guys for coming out. Good luck to the Titans this year. I believe you'll open the season against Etowah in about 3 weeks.
All right. Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks a lot.
All right.
Thanks
Y'all
for coming
have a
out
blessed
today.